Hey guys, welcome. I'm HydraFacial from HydraFacial, and this is
Leo.
And we just wanted to come in for this amazing event, and HydraFacial is fairly new here, and so we're excited to be part of this process. I just wanted to do a quick shout out to let you guys know if you are wanting to sign up for this wonderful treatment, there is a promotion running on right now. It's $40 off the signature facial normally retails at $199, and it's $40 off like that if you use the promo code HydraFacial. So you got to make sure that you use that.
And today we're actually going into the platinum facial. So you have some added benefits of the lymphatic as well as boosters. So you can customize your facial and speak to your estheticians, and they can help you kind of get you back to where you want to be with your skin types.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that I love about the HydraFacial. It's fully customizable, which is nice. And when you are getting the platinum boosters, which you are seeing today, it really is taking into consideration what are your concerns, what is your objectives with your face, what are some issues that you want to be focusing on, rather than like, well, here's a generic, makes you feel good, wonderful face cleaning, which the base is amazing. That's what sold me and started my addiction to my HydraFacial. But once you get into customizing, that's really when you get to see the results for your face. So we'll let you take it away.
Hi guys, I am Sarah. I've been an esthetician here at Bliss for almost 10 years. Yeah, I'm just going to be showing you the HydraFacial today. So you may have seen our signature version of Crystal the other day. So I'm going to be showing you the Platinum, which is really just like the all-access version of this HydraFacial. You get access to all of the components of the machine. It's very corrective, really great if you have any specific skin concerns. This is Carly. You may know her. She works here also. So if anyone has any questions throughout, just always let us know. And we will just get started. I've already cleansed and prepped Carly's skin. So the facial actually opens with some lymphatic drainage. So really great if you have any puffiness, if you have inflammation in your skin, if you have any acne. And it really gives like a nice lift and contour to the skin. We often hold onto our lymphatic fluid, and that can make us sluggish. It can like affect your energy. It can affect your immune system. So this is really great to kind of move everything out. So there's a few different points. You have like 600 lymph nodes all over your body. There's a few that we're going to be focusing on today. So basically we're just going to split the face up into little sections and kind of drain out. And halfway through, Carly might notice like a nice lift to the face. So it's really comfortable. It's like the most relaxing part of the treatment, really. How's that feel? Feels really good. Close your eyes, Carly. So we also have this for the body as well, which is an added benefit to any body contouring. You can do with arms, legs, if you're finding you're just holding onto some puffiness in any area. I don't know if you guys have anything to add.
Yeah, the one thing that I find fun with the HydraFacial is like just thinking about the fact that you have twice as much lymphatic fluid in the body as you do blood in your circulatory system, but your circulatory system has a pump that has a giant heart, which is moving things around, where your lymphatic system requires movement of the muscles to allow the lymphatic fluid to move around. And the only person I know who moves their face enough that doesn't need a lymphatic drainage is Jim Carrey, because his face never stops moving. For everybody else, you're going to notice those little buildup of the lymphatic in it, and that just allows the body to detox and get all that out. And for me, this was the first thing that sold me on the lymphatic, because I found it so relaxing. You just sit sitting like, it's like getting tiny massages from little Oompa-Loompas all over your face. It's wonderful.
So how is this feeling, Carly? It feels really good. Yeah, you really just feel the gliding. It's like a glass tube, so very, very comfortable. There is a little bit of vacuum, which can be adjusted if you have a little bit of skin laxity. This is good for all skin types. obviously, if you were doing this on the body, you just want to avoid any varicose veins, anything like that. But you can add this onto any of our treatments with 140 for a standalone treatment.
The other thing that I like about the lymphatic is it's a really great introduction or gateway facial, as I like to say. So if you have your driver who's showing up, who might not be into all the, the wet facials and having their face touched and things like that, if you're coming in for a facial anyways, you can add on one of these for your driver to come in where their face isn't getting wet, they're just getting a lymphatic, and they do notice the difference from a single treatment, right? And then you can have your male counterpart be like, I got a facial today, and they can bring to all their friends that, they're the manly man. And it really is awesome, even just with a single treatment. So it's kind of nice that they're not just waiting there in the lobby, they can be getting one of these things as well.
So Sarah,
Yeah.
is the lymphatic something you can do on its own, or do you have to book it in as a HydraFacial?
Yeah, you can absolutely do this on its own. We do have a standalone service. It's 140, and it's 30 minutes, and you'll just essentially get a cleanse, get your lymphatic drainage. We'll do like a little bit of the serum application and a moisturizer. You can also add it to any of our facials for $85. So if you are prone to puffiness, even if you're curious about the HydraFacial and you just kind of want to test out a few aspects, it can be broken up into kind of different little categories, different little services.
And for someone maybe that had like an event, would this be something nice if you didn't want to go with that full HydraFacial to be able to come in for just that lymphatic serum portion?
Absolutely, yeah. This is great if you do have an event, you want a little bit of a lift, a little bit of a contour, if your eyes get really puffy day of, this is great to come in and just get this done beforehand. You can also pair this with our sublime treatment, which is just like a really nice event prep. It's a laser treatment that just kind of lifts and tightens the skin temporarily.
And it is holiday season coming.
The other thing that I like about the lymphatic is there's not necessarily time waiting as there is with a full HydraFacial, which you should kind of base it on like a 1 month kind of idea for the full HydraFacial. Well, lymphatic, if you happen to be passing Bliss and you're going to grab a coffee, maybe just in the neighborhood, you're like, let's go, guys. Just go in, and if they're available, get a lymph.
Yeah.
It's great. You don't have to be
Lunchtime then.
a lunchtime lymph.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's kind of nice. You just have to be in the area to just a wonderful little pick me up.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, just kind of really feels nice and flush. How does this side feel?
It feels really good.
Yeah.
I definitely feel the lift you were talking
Yeah,
about.
it's hard to see on camera, but from here I can really see that Carly has a lot less puffiness in this side of her face. And it is kind of lifted from the jaw, which is really, really nice and pain-free, which is awesome. So we're just going to move on to the other side and do the exact same thing. This can add a little bit of like a brightness to the skin, just because you're really moving things out.
Would this be something that at-home microneedling would complement?
That home microneedling?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have really great CIT roller sets here. So that's collagen induction therapy. So you basically use that at home to improve texture to the skin. You would use it for your serums, and it would just increase the penetration of your serums. So you could definitely pair those two together, come in a few times a week for your lymphatic drainage, and then you would ideally be using that roller every day before applying your serums. And it will just increase the efficacy of everything that you're using.
Would you ever do the lymph on any other area of the body?
Yeah, so you can add it to our bell-shaped treatments. You can do it on the stomach. You can do it on the legs. You can do it on the arms. So, like I said, if you're prone to a little bit of puffiness.
And a lot of our treatments we recommend doing a complimentary consult.
Yes, absolutely. If you're ever curious about anything, just come in for a consultation. They're free. always come up with a plan for you. We have 3 different treatment lines here, skincare lines rather. You can always find something that works for you.
Yeah, it's always luxurious.
Yeah, I mean, we have added touches to everything we're doing here. How you doing, Carly?
I'm doing great.
Enjoying your bliss experience.
I am.
This is a really great treatment, just HydraFacial in general, just to combine with other things. You definitely do dermaplaning before HydraFacial.
What would the benefit of doing a dermaplaning before a HydraFacial? And would you do it with a lymphatic one as well?
Yeah, so dermaplaning is basically a removal of the vellus hair on the face as well as any dead skin. It can really help with brightness, and it's helping to, again, just increase product absorption in the skin because we're getting rid of that dead layer. So you could definitely do this beforehand, just to make sure that all those super serums that we're using with the HydraFacial are really penetrating in as well as they can be. And as long as there were no sensitivities in the skin, if everything felt okay after the dermaplaning, I would say to go ahead with lymphatic drainage. If you do have more sensitive skin, if it's your first time dermaplaning, I would maybe just do it standalone first just to make sure, and then you can kind of combine with all the other treatments that we have here. I'm just finishing up this lymphatic drainage portion.
Have we lost Carly to sleep?
No.
I mean, it's
All
nice
right.
stuff, you can. Yeah.
So that usually gets everyone nice and relaxed, ready for the next step. So you can see she's a little bit flushed, nice and glowy, and she's really a lot of puffy for the cheeks. We're gonna move on to our cleansing portion. So this is where we really bathe the skin. We're cleansing. There's lactic acid in this. There's glucosamine, so it's going to help to exfoliate a little bit.
So is this all over cleansing?
Yes, we're cleansing the whole face. We're doing 2 passes of this, and this is just going to start to loosen any of the dead skin. It's going to soften any of the sebum, any of the oil that might get stuck in there. And just kind of prepping for the next step.
So I'm sorry, this is glycolic?
This is lactic acid and glucosamine. So both really, really good. Lactic acid is exfoliating, but it's also a little bit hydrating. So really good for somebody who maybe has a little bit of a dehydrated skin. How does this part feel?
It feels really good.
So is there different options on what you can use when you cleanse, or is it always the same product?
Yeah, so we're always using the active spores cleanse, but there's different tips. So if you are a skincare pro, you've had a lot of treatments done, maybe you've had micro, and you're looking for something more aggressive, there are different tips that can intensify your treatment. But for Carly, we're just using the blue tip today. So that's like your introductory. Still getting a little bit of that exfoliation, but we don't need to go too aggressive on your skin.
So would this be something that ties back into like a treatment plan? So we're wanting to start someone on a HydraFacial treatment plan. The tip can become kind of part of that ramp up to more aggressive HydraFacial treatments.
Absolutely, yeah. Even if you're like just starting with facials, this is great to start with. So we would come up with a treatment plan. We'd want to get this done probably every 4 to 6 weeks-ish. And I would probably recommend maybe starting with like 5 treatments if you wanted, and increasing the tip as we go. There's also peels and things like that involved, so we can really start customizing to what your skin needs.
We actually, in one of our lives yesterday for one of our laser treatments, someone asked the question about tattoos, and there's certain treatments you can't do over tattoos. Would this be a concern with this one?
Not with this one, no, which is nice. Don't have to worry about any tattoos.
And skin type?
No, skin type doesn't factor into this one either, which is nice. This machine has LEDs to target like inflammation, target acne, and target collagen production. So it's kind of nice. You can just use those on any skin type. We don't have to worry about causing burns or adverse reaction that way. Okay, how's your skin feeling?
It feels really nice.
So that is the cleansing portion. And next we're going to move on to the peel. So I'm just going to change the tip. Just going to allow for a little bit more exfoliation. And we're going to put our peel in. So this is called Glycol. So it has 7.5 glycolic acid and like 2.5 salicylic. So really, really great for anyone who has really congested skin. The salicylic will be great to kind of dissolve the oil and get in there. And the glycolic acid will help to really smooth out any textural issues on the skin. Feather strokes, and we're just going to concentrate this where Carly has larger pores, if she has any little active breakouts.
And is this always the same product being applied to the peel, or is it customizable as well?
This is what we have right now. I know HydraFacial does have other versions of the peel, but this is a great, this will do the trick in the deluxe and the platinum. So some people might get a little tingly in certain areas. Are you feeling any tingling anywhere?
Not so far.
And we're just doing one pass of this.
Carly has very lovely skin.
Has some pigmentation through here, so we'll target that.
So we had a really great question come in. Is HydraFacial safe during pregnancy?
I would avoid, just because there are the acidic portions of it. And even with the lymphatic drainage and everything, I would just avoid, just to be on the safe side, just because we are moving things around and flushing things out, and deeply cleansing the skin. So just like any other peel, you would want to avoid that when you are pregnant. Any other questions? Anything to add? Carly?
You're doing great.
She is. She's doing fabulous.
Rockstar.
Okay, so now that we have applied the peel,
So that was a thank you to that answer for that
Yeah.
question.
absolutely. So we're going to go into extraction. So this is like the best part about HydraFacial. All estheticians love extractions. So it's like the best.
Satisfied.
Yes. So with HydraFacial, it does all the work for you, which is awesome. Like pain-free. So if you're one of those people who does distractions during your facial, this might be a great option for you. This is using Beta HD, so again, it has some components, acidic components there. It has willow bark and lactic acid, willow bark and lactic acid to exfoliate the skin, and kind of the vacuum is going to do all the work and suck the debris out of the pores, essentially. So you're just going to target this where we put the peel. If you do have little spots all over, we can target those as well. How's that?
Feels really good. It's very similar to the suction of a micro machine.
So some of you who may be watching may have had micro before. So the difference is hydrodermabrasion. So microdermabrasion is using the little diamond-shaped crystals essentially to get under the layers of the dead skin and lift them off. It has the same vacuum, so we're able to get rid of that dead skin, but we're also then infusing the peels, we're infusing the super serums, so it is a lot more hydrating for the skin, whereas sometimes the micro can kind of dry it out depending on how often you get it and how aggressive we're going.
So with that then, would this be something a little bit more aligned with someone with sensitive skin?
Yes.
Or even like with some certain skin conditions? Eczema, rosacea.
Well, yeah, I mean, rosacea maybe a little bit, it depends on the severity of that.
We can turn down the vacuum though.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
You're still able to get the HydraFacial.
Yeah.
We just turn down the vacuum.
Yeah.
So it doesn't aggravate it anymore.
So when we talk about microdermabrasion, sometimes people with sensitive skin, that's maybe not the ideal treatment for them. But if they're wanting that really nice, especially those seasonal refreshes, right? To come in and be able to still get that really nice exfoliation with the HydraFacial.
Yeah, like I have a lot of clients who have been doing regular micros for quite a while. I don't know if Maria is in here, but she, like I would absolutely recommend them to come in and try this out if they've been getting regular micros for a while. It's a great kind of switch up, especially going into winter and everything like that. So.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of following the new season, new face philosophy. You know, and the nice thing is as well, when you are buying your HydraFacials, if you're getting a 4-pack, you get a discount at that level anyways. So you can just buy an entire year's worth, either for yourself or with Christmas coming up.
Yeah.
It makes a great year to buy someone a year's worth of facials
Exactly.
at a 4-pack. And every new season, new face.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome way to kind of get into there and you're saving money. So.
Alright, so now I'm just going to do a little system rinse. Are there any questions or anything?
We've answered everything so far.
How are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling bad.
She's feeling so good.
Try not to interrupt you.
So during this stage in our facial, when you come in, our blissful touches, while the machine is cleaning, we're going to do a little massage, check in, make everything still comfortable, and make it as relaxing as possible. Before we move on to our booster.
So we'll just take a couple seconds here. So Carol asked about the aggressiveness for the rosacea, and she was wondering if Lisa could repeat her answer regarding the rosacea. She wasn't able to hear you.
With rosacea, unlike how we were talking about with the microdose, where we would technically avoid it because it is too aggressive, with HydraFacial, we can actually adjust the vacuum settings. So we have all preset vacuum settings, and we have the abilities to customize that for you.
So I think, again, with anything, especially when you're having skin concerns,
Yes.
come in for a consult.
Yeah.
Let us identify.
The best thing is for us to be able to actually see and touch and feel your skin and talk to you about what you're using and everything, because then we can really customize something that's going to be right for just you and make sure that you're getting the nutrients and everything that your skin needs. Okay, so we're moving on to the booster, which is different from the signature that you may have seen. So the booster is where it gets really corrective. There's ones that we can use for brightening of the skin. There's ones we can use for firming if laxity is an issue, tightening up those little fine lines. And then there's ones that are just filled with antioxidants that will help to protect the skin from any free radicals in the air, outside damagers, which is a huge component of anti-aging. So, what is your main concern, would you find?
I would say the pigmentation, and then any little fine lines that are starting.
Okay, on Carly, I see one fine line, so we are Brightenol. Yeah, so we're going to use Brightenol for the skin today, just because she has some little pigment spots under her eyes. So this will really help to kind of brighten the area and help to kind of take that pigment out a little bit. So basically with the booster, again, it's just a super serum, so we're bathing the skin and giving it a nice kind of all over with the serum.
So with the pigment, would that be a nice one, especially coming into this season from the sunnier?
Yes.
And if you have two areas that you want to target on, if it is very much possible, we can add a booster to your package for another additional $50 to adapt to attach a different booster. We can work on two different areas as well.
Yes. And then so the deluxe, there's 3 different facials. So the signature is like the walk, it's like the intro, it's great for maintenance. And if you need, it's going to enhance the results of any of the rest of your treatments if you're doing laser or anything like that. The deluxe is more of like the walk. It has a couple boosters to choose from. And then you can kind of more customize it. It's more corrective to the skin. And like we said, this platinum is like the all access. So you'll get the choice of the boosters from the deluxe. And then we also have a vitamin C from Urad. And there is a couple other ones that really like elevate if you want to create more of a customized plan for yourself. So this is the retinol that we're going to use today. So this just feels really nice and kind of soothing on the skin.
Yeah, the platinum is definitely the most complete experience as well.
We're really going to just focus this under the eyes. How is this feeling?
Feels really good.
Okay. I thought that was the fire one.
This treatment is so amazing. It just set the fire.
Okay, so the next step. So we are doing the platinum today, so the platinum always comes with the LED light treatment. We have 2 different colored lights. So we have blue and red. Blue is going to kill any acne bacteria and help with excessive oil production. And then the red is going to help more with inflammation, so still good if you have acne, and it will target collagen production, so it will help any textural issues, and just, nice and calming to the skin. So in the platinum, you will get that regardless, you can look at it. And then in the deluxe, if you have acne, you will get the lights, and then if you're wanting to customize in a deluxe with the red or light or blue therapy, we'll do like 4 minutes as opposed to the 8 that we would normally do in a platinum facial or the deluxe acne. So yeah, we get a little bit of the light stimulation with that. The lights can also be done on their own, which is awesome. So you can again add it onto any facial.
Could you come in just for the lights?
Yeah. Probably like 3 times a week. Come in for just the lights. about for like half an hour treatment.
So yesterday, I'm not sure if anyone on the live today, Sarah actually demoed our Mask Me treatment, which is an active acne laser treatment. How would that complement, say, a HydraFacial, or would it?
Yeah, absolutely. So first you want to get, if you have more severe acne, more oil to kind of take care of, you could get that under control first with a few of our active acne treatments, which you would do twice a week for about a month, depending on the severity of the skin. And then you could pair it with the LED therapy on its own if you wanted a couple times a week, just as a little bit of an extra. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a cheaper treatment. You don't have a laser involved, so if you've been out in the sun, you can still do this. So you can definitely pair those two. And same with the clarifying HydraFacial with the blue LED. That would be great to add into your active acne like once a month or so, just to kind of clear everything out. The extractions from that would be awesome. So yeah, great in combination with a lot of different things.
And Carly, are you feeling anything with the lights?
No, I kind of was expecting to feel a little bit of something warm, but yeah, there's nothing there.
How about now?
Definitely feel a little bit more, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, very comfortable, very relaxing.
Yeah.
Usually we have our nice blissful music playing, so it's a good time for you to take a little nap.
Would you like me to beatbox and substitute?
Please, yeah.
So one thing I think that is always really nice about coming to Bliss for a treatment is, you know, we include a nap in every treatment. And, you know, some really beautiful relaxation areas. So you can come in for these medical treatments, get those results that you're really trying to achieve, but also do so in such a luxury atmosphere where you're able to relax in robes, have a steam shower. Like, there's just so much that you can really just take in it as such an experience.
Carly has this little friend here, so we're just gonna hold the blue light over it for a little bit. It's not a wanted friend. Any unwanted friends, come see us.
So this is really nice too, because you're kind of doing two treatments,
Yeah.
almost in one treatment.
And we're switching this up as we go. So I mean, I'm killing the bacteria right now, and now I'm helping with the inflammation. So
Beautiful.
these are awesome.
And is this something with a lot of other treatments you would actually have to do different treatments? Like you like this one is nice with HydraFacial that you can kind of do multiple.
All of this.
Yeah.
Before this, it's like you would have to go book an active acne, which is amazing if you need that. I mean, this is only going to go so far, but this is nice now to have this option as well, especially if you're just looking for like maintenance and that sort of thing.
So we have a question come in. Is there any risk of cancer using the red light on the skin?
No. It's like people who come and get shellac on their nails and stuff like that. I mean, it's going to be more of a beauty. Yeah, well, this is LED, so yeah, it's like any other LED light that you would have. And we're not using it for a prolonged period of time either. The strength of it would not be enough to cause that. Any other questions before we move on from this portion? Yeah, so typically in the Platinum we're doing that for about 8 minutes.
So one thing when you watch our lives, we won't always necessarily do the full treatment because we really want to hit on some of the key points that are showing you as the viewer what you're going to be able to experience. You know, and one of those things Sarah had mentioned earlier, while the machine was going through a clean cycle, that's when we would add in those blissful touches where you're getting your hand and foot massage and your, you know, your light shoulder massage and just kind of really sinking you into that relaxation. But yeah, for the purpose of these lives, we do try and make sure that we're trying to hit all the things that, you know, you have all those burning questions about.
Yeah. You can also do this on neck and decolletage, any of this. So if you find that you have a lot of pigmentation, or if you have breakouts, things like that, you can also do on the back too. So we have all of those available. Yeah, and the hands. So if you have pigmentation on your hands, textural on your hands, it's great for that as well. Our laser treatments are awesome for that as well. There's so many options for so many things.
So it's really because you can almost have like that, maybe you're a little nervous about laser.
Exactly. Yeah,
Like, it's a good entry term before you step
Yeah.
next level.
we have so many things that make it easier to get to where you want to go without you just like jumping headfirst into something that you might be nervous about. So this is a really comfortable way to like get into skincare even. I mean, you have a bit of a vacuum. Yeah, just a great way to
Great for any age group, really. So if you
Yeah.
want to start them off younger, if you do have kids and they're experiencing like acne breakouts, let's start them on a great skincare routine from the start.
Yes.
Some of us didn't have those options when we were younger, and now we have some beautiful scarring, right? Let's start them off right.
Totally, yeah. So this can be very, very corrective for lots of different skin types. So again, consultations are key. So and we will do that with you even if you book in for your service. So.
The other thing that I really like about the HydraFacial is it doesn't matter whether you're someone like myself, very vanilla in this world,
Yeah.
right? Or somebody who is really just going all out to anything that's on the menu, making sure they go through the list kind of people. It will complement it.
Yeah.
And I heard a really good analogy. It's kind of like having very fertile soil. Doesn't matter what seeds you're throwing at it, you still want to have good fertile soil for you to get the best outcome,
Absolutely.
right? And it's a great way of making sure your whole skin feels fresh and clean.
Yeah.
For me, the cleanliness factor is what really sold me, and I kind of view it as the same as getting my teeth cleaned. I'm not going to stop brushing my teeth because I go to the dentist every 4 to 6 months,
Yes.
but every time I go to the dentist, I'm like, that's what clean feels like. I can't do that at home.
That's
And
how
for me,
I
it's
felt
that
too.
same thing, you know?
Yeah, I can get really sluggish, and it really kind of brightened up my skin, made me feel nice and clean. So we're going to move on to the antioxidant plus. So this is just antioxidant-city. There it is. Lots of antioxidants. There's hyaluronic acid in it as well. So hyaluronic acid, if you're not on it, you need to be, especially living here. It will hold 1,000 times the sweet water. It's really, really great to just prevent any water loss in the skin. And this one, again, I'm just going to apply all over. How's this one doing?
This one feels really nice and refreshing.
Do you notice a difference between some of them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first one, you can definitely tell it was getting into your skin and cleansing everything. With the peel, I got maybe a bit of a tingle on my forehead. Even just the difference in tips, you'll notice a bit of a different feel as well.
But all quite comfortable, not glide.
Oh, very comfortable, yeah.
And this one, like you're going to be leaving looking like a glazed donut, so that is what we want. So this is where the glow kind of intensifies.
I find it's interesting how some people enjoy the process. Some people just kind of tolerate the process, but everybody's on the same page with the end result. You know, it's like, yep, I love the way to feel when I walk out. You know, in day 2 and day 3 afterwards, really when you have that amazing glow. So if you have like a photo shoot or something else like that planned, you know, come in 2 or 3 days, make sure that's booked in, and you just got this like amazing complexion. So.
Sarah, is there any downtime on this treatment?
No. Somebody who has sensitive skin, I mean, you might see a little bit of flush from that peel, but even so, there's so much calming after a peel that you should just be nice and glowy leaving, so there should not be any downtime.
And would there be a certain amount of time that we would see the effects of these treatments lasting for us?
Yeah.
Obviously dependent on home care as well.
Yeah, that's dependent on home care and the person's skin, but you have 5 to 7 days, you'll see that like glow. And I mean, with the lights and everything, you'll see a little bit of that, you know, textural change happen as well after the fact. And the more you do it, the more longer you're going to see results too. So that is part of it. It's not just like a one and done kind of treatment. Nothing really is.
So would there be a certain amount of treatments you would want to do and then move into like a maintenance?
Yeah, we sell anything in packages, like buy 5, get 1 free. So that's the best way I say with anything. Just do that. And then they're always on your file. All of our laser skin and everything is 25% off. If you want to purchase online, you can just use the promo code EVENT and you'll get all those awesome discounts. This is the best time to kind of take advantage of all of that. And also all of our Environ product, which I'm going to find now, is 15% off. So Environ is one of our newer product lines. It's all based around vitamin C, and just like normalizing the cells and keeping them healthy. So everybody needs to be using vitamin A. So we're going to apply some peptide serum to Carly. This is going to help protect your skin from any outside damagers. And then dependent on the booster that we're choosing for you, that's kind of what we'll go towards with home care. So we did brightening on Carly today, so we'll do a brightening moisturizer. If you were doing more of a rejuvenating kind of booster or something more for fine lines, wrinkles, we would kind of target you to, you know, before or something like that, dependent on what your skin needs. We also have microneedling coming up also at 12, which is awesome. Again, with this, you just have to wait until your skin heals, and then this will help to kind of rehydrate and give your skin that nice glow.
So Carly had pretty glowy skin already, but even after that treatment, like especially kind of on the apples of her cheeks,
Yeah.
she is, it's like the glazed donut.
Lift that up a little bit, and then where you can sit up. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm taking glazed donuts.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my god, it looks so good. Yeah, excited.
Phenomenal.
So anytime that you stimulate the skin and like deep cleanse it to this extent, you may see a bit of a purge in the skin. And oh my god, wow. Okay.
So we're gonna try and show both the audience and Carly the gunky that came off of her face.
So this will vary dependent on if you wear a lot of makeup, if you don't do a lot of skincare at home. Carly has a very strict skincare routine, so
So it's probably hard to see this on camera. Sorry, guys.
that's essentially your face. this is my face. Yeah.
And who doesn't love to see, like, to have that visual of what just happened, right? Like, you're actually seeing that cleansing, you know, the pores. Like, you can see the blackheads in there.
Yes, the extraction part of it is amazing.
All right.
All right. Yeah. If there's no other questions, thanks so much for joining me, and make sure to take advantage of our awesome sales for the rest of the weekend. And hope to see you soon.